Now, reading is something most of us do, but the art of telling a story is perhaps becoming a lost skill.
Well, the Society for Storytelling was set up to promote the oldest art form in the world, and joining me now as storytellers, Giles and Helen Stewart. Ladies, many thanks for joining us. Pleasure. So, I know this sounds perhaps an odd question, but what is storytelling? Because I thought it was reading from a book, but you corrected me.
Oh. Absolutely. We tell stories. From the first time that people communicated with each other, used words, they began to make up stories. They used them for all sorts of purposes, not just for entertainment, but for to teach the tribal law and, you know, how to act in your life so that you didn't get into trouble and so on and so forth. And it was obviously only when books began to be written and published that stories began to be written down. And for years and years, it remained a sort of thing that stories tended to be a rural pursuit. As the industrial age came along, people began to lose the art of telling stories, although everybody always tells stories. So, you know, it was there, but not in the form of traditional stories as we tell them. But now, because of the media, television, radio and computers and games and so on, it was realised in the 1980s that the art of oral storytelling was perhaps beginning to be lost, and people began to go out and try and gather those stories and pass them on, which is what we do.
Mm. So, Helen, what do you, apart from gathering the stories, how else do you aim to keep storytelling alive?
Well, that's easy. We just tell stories wherever we go.
How do you make other people tell stories, though?
Well, we run weekend workshops and we teach people how to tell stories.
So can anybody learn?
Absolutely.
Or do you have to be a bit of an extrovert?
If you come to our weekend workshop, Andy, even you could go away telling a story.
Oh, he can tell a story,
don't worry. I'm sure.
You've seen my tax bill, haven't you? It's a skill anyone can learn, though, essentially.
It's absolutely a skill anyone can learn. On the rainbow bridge between poetry and prose stands the kingdom of story, and everybody can go there. But, of course, when you're a wordsmith, it's easier.
And so we're going to have National Storytelling Week.
It is happening
this week.
We're in National Storytelling Week.
Started last weekend and it finishes this weekend.
And so what have people been doing? And if people have still got time, what can they do?
Oh, well, I've been into Highfield Primary School in Urmston telling stories.
Good
Hello, Highfield. My favourite place. And Winsham School yesterday afternoon. Yes. And we've been doing a Spreading the Tale project in Halton, where we tell stories to the teachers and the teaching assistants. They go back to school, they tell their pupils the story, the pupils tell the story on, and they're doing a tally to see how far the story spreads.
And how much it changes,
yes,
presumably.
Like Chinese
Whispers. It is exactly like Chinese Whispers, and it's wonderful to hear that, you know, that how it comes back to you. We will be in the library tomorrow, and they will be telling their stories back to us. I was in Droylsden Library yesterday with the 55's Lively Library Club, and we had a great morning telling trickster tales.
So are you optimistic for the future of storytelling?
We are now.
Yes.
I think so. There are a lot of us about, actually, and all people need to do is Google the Society for Storytelling, and they will learn a lot about. And
Or come and join us.
Come and join us
tomorrow night
in
at the Britain's
Manchester.
Protection.
Yes, that is our sort of signature event. Is every month we have a storytelling session at the Britain's Protection pub.
A very nice pub it is as well.
Water Street.
Glass of wine as well. Thank you, ladies.
Ladies, thanks very much.